Hello friends, welcome back to the video series on Oracle PL SQL programming. In the previous video, already we have discussed on the different types of functions present in Oracle to search and manipulate the data. In this video, we would specifically discuss on the character function. As the name suggests, you know it is for character type data or value. Basically, character functions can be further classified into two types: case manipulation and the character manipulation. In case manipulation, we can convert the whole string into either completely uppercase or completely lowercase, or using INITCAPs, we can convert the first letter of each word into uppercase and remaining characters of the word would be in lowercase. In character manipulation, there are some inbuilt functions present to manipulate data with some specific task like concatenation of strings, finding substring of any particular string, etc. Let's check all these with hands-on practical through SQL+. Let's open the SQL+. Connect to SQL+ with the user system, and the password, as you know, is password. So we are now connected to the Oracle database. Let at first start with the case manipulation. Let us start with a search whose last name is Dash. That means here the capital D would be the first one, and we are working, as you know, with the table that is named as employee. So here we can check at first set lines to 76 for the better view, then select star from employee, that particular table. So here we have the all data or records present in the employee table. So now we are now starting with the case manipulation and starting with the search whose last name is capital DAS. So we have to write the statement like select. Suppose here we are doing a projection, that means we are selecting some particular columns, that means EMPID, comma, then first name, comma, then last name, comma, then suppose the salary for, that must be from employee, that particular table, where last name is equal to Dash. Press enter. Here we have found only two records with last name Dash. That is, D is in capital and other letters are in small. Now let's change the case of characters in Dash for the query and type all the characters in upper. Such as here we are writing not only the D in the upper, we are writing the other two characters like A and S are also in uppercase. Press enter. Here only one record found and do not match with the previous two records. This is why, because when we are comparing any character or VARCHAR to string that is for query, it is case sensitive. That's why both the outputs are different. So when searching for the last name, we don't know really in which case the data or value has been inserted, and obviously during the value insertion, different users insert values in different cases, such as someone is inserting in full capital or full small, or someone is inserting in mixed cases. So to overcome from this particular problem, we can convert the values in lower or upper cases and then search for that, such as we can write out the whole statement once again, and here for that the statement is select empid first name, last name, salary from employee, where we are using the function that is upper. And the column we want for use with the upper function or upper method, that must be within the parenthesis. So here press enter, and now we are getting the 3 records, same as we are changing here, and we are changing the function from upper to lower, and here we are giving the upper function as lower. So press enter, and same records or output has been found here. Always remember, when using the upper function, all the characters in search string would be in caps. That means when we are using that particular upper function and the column is the last name, so here our search string is always in capital. And when we are using the lower, that particular function, all the characters in the search string must be in the lowercase. So that means whatever be the data or the value is present in the table for the last name, it may be in uppercase or lowercase or in the mixed case. When we are using the upper function, then all the value is converted into the upper caps and it is matching with the capital DAS. Then all the records connected with the last name dash is found, same as when we have the lower, that particular function is operating with the column last name. That means whatever be the record or the value present in the last name column, if that is dash, so always it is converted into the lowercase, and that's why the search string contains all the character in small. So the output would be all here. Now we can also use these lower and upper functions in where clause or in the select clause also, such as here we are using the first name would be as the output with all in uppercase, and the last name would be in the lowercase. Let's check what happens. So here all the first name data is in uppercase and all the last name data is in lowercase, because we have used the lower function with the column last name and the upper function with the first name column. Here in the output, the first name is in complete uppercase and the last name is in complete lowercase as we desired. Now let's talk about the concat function, and it is basically used for the concatenation of strings. Previously, we have used the double pipe symbols for the concatenation in the select statement, but here the concat does the same job. Let's check with the concat function. And before we proceed, at first clear the screen. So here we are typing the statement like select empid, comma, then concat that particular function with the columns like first name, comma, and the last name to get the complete name, comma, the salary, and from employee. So here we are getting the complete name, that means concatenation of the first name and the last name. Here we are not providing any condition, but we are getting the output. The first name and the last name has been concatenated for all the records. Now let's talk about another function that is called the INITCAP, that is initial capital. Here Oracle provides us a table dual which really exists but only contain one column dummy with VARCHAR2 data type. Let's check something interesting with INITCAP with that particular dual table. Let's clear the screen at first and let us check the dual table, and that is our data dictionary. So DESC dual, and here already said has only one column that is called as dummy with the data type varchar2. Now we would use the INITCAP, that particular function with that particular table dual, and for that select INITCAP, that particular function. Then I am writing the Sumon dash in a mixed case. So here I am writing in that way. Suppose D is small, then capital A, then small s, then here from dual. So once again check, the small s is here, the small d is as the first character of each word. Press enter. Now you can see for the word Sumon, the first character S is capital, and for the word dash, the first character D is in capital. That means initial capital. That's why the name of the function is INITCAP. Now let's talk about the character manipulation. Basically, lower upper INITCAP are under the category of case manipulation, whereas concat function is under character manipulation. Let's discuss with another one. Suppose we want to find the employees who has the first name with 6 characters. So here we are typing the statement select empid, comma, first name, comma, last name, comma, salary from the table employee, where the function length is used, length, length with which column? Now that is first name is equal to 6 semicolon, press enter. So here are the records for the employees whose first name contain 6 characters or letters. So length function is used to do that particular job. Now let us discuss about the substring, that is some part of any string. At first, clear the screen. Suppose we want to find the first 4 characters of contact number of each employee, and for that we can use the substr function. At first, check all the records, then checking for the first 4 characters of contact number. So here we are typing select empid first name, last name, and then not the salary. Here we are using contact number, that particular column, from employee. We don't need any other condition. So here the contact number for the 26 records have been given. Now we are changing the statement, and for that once again we are here clearing the screen for the better view of the statement we are typing. Then the statement would be, here we are not using the salary, we are using the contact number, that particular column from employee, and here we are using the function, that is substr, for that particular job. Then within parenthesis the first argument would be the name of the column where we want to get the substring, so that is contact number. Then comma 0 indicates the starting of the first position. Then comma, we are writing the 4 and end of parenthesis. That means it is starting from 0 or the first position, then the 4 characters are taken as the substring. And which column? Now that is from the contact number. So press enter and we are getting the first 4 characters for the contact number for each and every record. If we don't provide the 0, that means what happens here if we delete that particular 0 here? Let press enter and we are getting, that means the starting position is 4 and from the 4 position it is up to the last one. So starting from the 4th position and rest are as the output. Now as you know, the contact number is of 10 characters in the particular table employee. To make sense that the first 4 characters would be shown and rest would be as hidden with some particular characters such as asterisk, we can use the RPAD function, which is as name suggests for right padding. However, you can also use the lpad for the left padding. So here check what is RPAD and what is lpad, and for that once again clear the screen and we are here typing the statement select empid first name, last name. Then we are using the function RPAD along with the function substr. Then the contact number comma 0, that means starting from the first position, then end of the parenthesis with the first 4 characters has been taken out and comma, then how many characters are there in the column? Now 10, comma, then which character we want to use, that is suppose asterisk, and here end of parenthesis for the WritePad function or RPAD function. So that particular portion is for the Substr and that portion is for the RPAD function. Let's check what happens when we press enter. And here we can see the output is here. The first 4 characters are shown and the rest are as asterisks. So for better view, here we are typing the statement set lines 276 suppose, and once again we are typing the same statement. So you can view what is happening here. First 4 characters are shown here and the rest characters are in the asterisk format. Same as for the lpad function, and here we are using in place of RPAD, that is lpad, and here for the Substr we are starting from the 7th character. And how many characters? Now 4, then total number of characters 10, and we are using the asterisk as the character to hidden. So press enter, and here we can see from the 7th character up to the rest or 4 characters are shown here, but the previous left padding all the rest characters are shown as the asterisks. So this is how we can use some of the case manipulation and the character manipulation functions in Oracle SQL. For the case manipulation, we have used the lower, upper and INITCAP function, and for the character manipulation we have used the concat, then we have used the length, then the Substr, then RPAD, then lpad. So these are the very common functions used in the Oracle SQL. In the next video, we will discuss on the numeric or the number functions in Oracle SQL.